Hello there. One of my beefs with modern Dragon Ball is that it's usually just good enough. Everything after Battle of Gods doesn't really pop. As much as I can say that I enjoyed Resurrection F, I have to admit that it's pretty much only good if you're already a Dragon Ball fan. Though I can say that it is objectively better than its Dragon Ball Super Arc adaptation. Super itself, after all of its hype and after 130 episodes, turned out to be pretty much just... It's okay. Though I have heard that the manga adaptation illustrated by Toriyama is better. But for now, I'm reviewing Dragon Ball Super Broly, the first Dragon Ball movie to carry the Dragon Ball Super branding, and the second Dragon Ball movie to have a screenplay written by series creator Toriyama Akira. And it's also like the second time Toriyama has taken a stab at reworking a character that he didn't originally create. This character being Broly. The first, I think, was Bardock. And also Broly being a character that a lot of fans have decried as dumb over the years. I didn't know what to expect from Toriyama with the character, though you can't do much worse than the old movies. So with all that, how's this movie? Well, I can say that as a Dragon Ball fan, it's pretty much the perfect Dragon Ball movie. Fights, transformations, energy blasts, rage boosts. And though I prefer to watch Dragon Ball in its original Japanese version with English subtitles, I saw the Funimation English dub at the cinema. Not that I have anything against Funimation or their voice actors. I just prefer to watch works in their original form, or to have it available. Like, if I have a choice between Daredevil's theatrical cut or its director's cut, I'd watch the director's cut. Anyway, the cast does a great job. Sean Chemmel's voice is perhaps as synonymous with Goku in the West as Nozawa Masako's voice is with Son Goku in Japan. And Chris Sabat is arguably even more synonymous with Goku than the original Japanese voice actor Horiyuki Ryo. One thing that Toriyama is surprisingly good at as a screenwriter is story structure. The last two Dragon Ball movies, say what you want about them, are coherent and tell complete stories. Dragon Ball Super Broly's first act is basically nothing but explanation, exposition, and characterization, all well and good and well executed. The movie does this by looking at how the franchise's biggest villain, Frieza, affected the lives of our main characters' fathers, Bardock, King Vegeta, and Paragus, the fathers of Son Goku, Vegeta, and Broly respectively. One common element between the sons is the unintended impact that Frieza had on them at the beginning of their lives, though the movie itself doesn't seem to be aware of this. Still, there does seem to be a subtle theme of fatherhood, as we see the fathers of Goku, Vegeta, and Broly, and even Frieza to a lesser extent, look at their children and what they do for them. The thing that Toriyama is undoubtedly best at as a screenwriter is characterization. And though he doesn't include every Dragon Ball character, the ones that he does put in make sense in the context of this movie, though one could argue that Piccolo was shoehorned in. Regardless, all the established characters included in this 100-minute movie are just as well realized and distinctive as they were in the original series. As for the new characters, we'll get to Broly in a little bit, but the new characters are also distinctive, with the antagonistic Paragus being written with a surprising amount of nuance. The newer characters Chilai and Nemo are both well written, with Chilai being especially interesting. But I guess that I'll finally talk about what everyone who is watching this and who cares about Dragon Ball is waiting for. How is Broly? Don't worry, this version of the character reworked by Toriyama Akira is much better than the original written by Koyama Takao. He no longer gets triggered by Kakarot's name, and no longer has PTSD from his baby crying. Toriyama writes him very sympathetically, and he has much more personality than he ever had throughout the old movies. And of course, the fighting is very well choreographed and well animated. Top-notch, some of Dragon Ball's best animation, seamlessly combining hand-drawn animation and CGI animation. Mostly. Unfortunately, the CGI animation occasionally stands out in the wrong way. And the hand-drawn animation is not always on model, and a few drawings could stand to have a bit more detail. Like I said already, this is basically the perfect Dragon Ball movie. If you're a fan, you're going to see this. If you're a non-fan, I think that this offers enough for your enjoyment, even if you don't end up wanting to know more about the franchise. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Sayonara.